Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Wadsworth from NorthStarBadCharts.com, and this little video here is for non-members coming to our website for the first time and just wondering what you get for your $10 a month. So the members on the website will already know all this, of course, but for non-members, I'm just going to run through what you can expect and what you can't expect from NorthStarBadCharts.com. So we have the website here on the screen, and this is what you will get when you join. So you'll have access to a whole range of charts. We've got 104 pages of charts now, each with 10 charts per page, and they cover pretty much anything that is looking good for investment, really. So we don't have any particular things that we don't cover. We're quite happy to cover anything. So the charts are put up in a format where you can just scroll down, see what's been posted in the last couple of days, and we update these charts when we see things that catch our eye. We might just do 1 or 2 charts a day. We might do 10 charts in a day. It just depends what's going on and what catches our eye, really. So there's no set number of charts per day that are updated, but if anything critical is going on, we'll pay particular attention. We have put podcasts on here as well. So we have CryptoCasts for the crypto currency market, and we have UCasts for the uranium market. And we'll also be expanding that, no doubt, for other sectors as well, and doing podcasts for anything that seems relevant. But we've gathered together a good number of at least 35 cryptos and a similar number of uranium miners, which are sort of updating reasonably regularly, at least sort of once a week, with a roundup podcast on the price action. So there's all of that, and you can search by category. So these are all the different categories that we have, everything from the different precious metals: gold, silver, platinum, miners, copper, coal, battery metals, big picture charts. You can also go on here to the requested charts. You can go to the podcasts. Podcasts are here, and as I say, a whole range of categories. So if you're interested in a particular category, you can go to it on there, or you can search by tag, and you can find the specific company. If we've done a chart on it, it'll be in there. So all of the companies, cryptocurrencies that we've charted, are tagged by the company name. At the top of the website, you'll see the must-read section, loads of information there about the website and how it works and all that kind of stuff. We have the green report and the gambler's picks, and these are the 2 categories that we use to where we put our charts of the particular companies that fulfill particular criteria that are described in the podcasts that accompany them. We've put out podcasts that explain how the green report works and how the gambler's picks work and the methodology behind it. I'll just go into that a little bit more in a second. And the success stories, which as a visiting non-member, you can click on the tab at the top there and look at all of the calls that we've made in all the major markets: gold, silver, uranium, and the cryptocurrencies and so on. And you can see how our techniques and how our methods are used in producing, accurate, actionable forecasts, I suppose you'd say. Also, tab there for joining one of our masterclasses, which we hold every few weeks if you would like to. So just looking at the charts and how you use this website and what it does and what it doesn't do. What we're not a website that gives you buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, constant alerts on what to buy, what to sell. We're more about producing a longer term roadmap and picture that you can action if you're one of these investors and traders who would like to make an investment and then hold that position for a few months or even a few years before taking your profits. I mean, the methods that we use should enable you to get in at particularly low points, or at least enable you to have a high probability of getting in at a low point. So it's entirely up to yourself, I suppose, when you want to take those profits. You can see, I think on one of these recent posts here, these are the positions we've taken so far, myself and Patrick, and these are all the gamblers picks and the green report picks. And just for reference, this top line is 50%, 40%, 30%, 20%. So you can see how even just in the first few weeks of operating this website, we're making some really good gains on the positions that we've taken already. We've just got, I think, 1 or maybe 2 that are below the 0 line on here. The rest, as you can see, are already doing very well. And these are longer term setups, of course, so you need to allow some of them to bounce around near the entry point for a while before starting to take off to the upside. So that's how the website works, really. It's not, you're not going to get constant alerts saying, you know, prices crossed this threshold or that threshold. It's designed, I'll just go into one of the we'll look at one of the cryptocurrencies. How about Ripple? So we'll look at Ripple. We'll go to that in the tags. And so the Ripple charts, these are the ones that we've been putting out since we started in May 2nd, which was around about when the website started. Put out this Ripple ARC update. What it does, it allows you to see these touch points on the ARC here, which are ideal sort of places to take a position. And it gives you confidence that even if price comes all the way down to here, that we're targeting zone 3 up above the sort of $1.50 level, something like that. So price already got up into that sort of level, but it enables you to benefit if price comes back down here and test the ARC. You know where the edge of the ARC is, and we update these regularly. So I'll go into the one of the subsequent ones that I put out. Here you go. So in what was the date here? In June, price did exactly that. It came back down, tested the edge of the ARC, and put in what I labeled as a new touch point. So you can use that to your, me and Patrick were not qualified financial advisors. I'm using techniques and methodologies that relate to my background in meteorology, climate science, weather forecasting, and atmospheric dynamics. Easy for me to say, atmospheric dynamics, all around evidence gathering, ensemble forecasting, bringing together pieces of evidence to weight the odds and produce a forecast that is directing you towards the most likely outcome. Forecasts, anybody who tries to tell you that they know with any certainty that the price is going to reach a particular level in a particular time period, I would suggest is kind of telling a bit of a porky there, because all you can hope to do in predicting the future in anything really is to assess the odds, and sometimes the probabilities of future outcome are high, and sometimes the odds are fairly evenly spread between price rising and price falling. You have to weigh up these odds and these probabilities all the time to constantly assess the position. So what happens when price comes back down and tests the edge of the ARC is that you're in a position to be able to say that as long as the ARC isn't broken to the downside, which very rarely happens, you get occasional spikes like this one here, then the odds are very strongly stacked in favor of price rising from that point. So price here had fallen to something like was less than 60 cents. It was probably somewhere around about 55 cents or something. It was already starting to rebound, and you can see what happened after that. I put this one out on August the 11th, and price had put in a new touch point on the ARC there. Price bounced up and it was back over $1. So if you'd used this chart, you could have made a 100% or nearly 100% gain just in that time period between those two charts, when it hit what's around about 55 cents and it got above $1 there. So you got about a 45% gain. Up to you when you lock those gains in. You can use the forecast for the ARC and take, you can play a longer game, hold your position until we get into zone 3 and then take profits. Or you can, everyone's got a different trading methodology, and myself and Patrick, with all the members on the website, we have no idea what your own particular favored techniques are, so we're not going to sit here and tell you how to execute your trades. But the idea of this website, and bear in mind it's just a $10 a month outlay, is that you could have put a trade on here with say $1,000, and you could have come out here with nearly $2,000 just in the space of a few weeks there. So that would have, the idea is that covers your membership for all of the next year or 2 or 3 years or whatever. And by using these ARC forecasts, you can do that time and time again. There will be occasions when one of these breaks down, I'm sure, but these ARCs that cover time periods of several years, they're it's very rare for them to break down. Occasionally they just need extending a little to the right there as price builds out and finds a new touch point. So any apparent breakdown is usually just a slight extension of the arc, and the time to reach zone, call it zone 3 or the target, is just extended sometimes by a few weeks or a couple of months. So if you're a trader who's wanting to trade daily, in and out, and a day trader, then it's probably not the website for you. You might be looking at other providers for that kind of thing. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to give you the longer term picture so that you can invest on the right side of a bull market or a bear market. And ideally the second touch point on these arcs to the right of the base, where we identify high reward, low risk points in time, where the reward is high and the downside risk is assessed as being low. That's what we're about here on NorthStarBadCharts.com. That we're identifying those points in time for our subscribers, so they can act accordingly and benefit from subsequent price moves. So hopefully that kind of covers quite a lot of what people have been asking. No, we're not going to give you constant reminders that the price has moved up 20 cents or down 20 cents or gone through a particular level. That's just not possible when we're tracking over 30 cryptocurrencies, 30 or so uranium miners, and all the precious metals charts, and all of the ETFs, GDX, GDXJ. We're covering spot price of uranium. We're covering lumber. We've got lumber charts on here. This one I put out on Twitter, so you can see that. I put this out before it actually broke out and broke upwards, which it has done now. So I'll probably do a little update on that one. But again, it's a longer term roadmap, giving people a heads up that something is changing in the market, and that the odds are stacked towards a significant upside move. So it's all about giving you the added confidence that whatever sector you're invested in, or whichever stock you're invested in, is looking good or potentially not looking good. Comments are allowed on all of the charts, so you can put your comments on there, and we'll do our best to respond to them all. And there's also a request section as well. You can add your requests, chart requests, and we'll do our best to catch up with all the chart requests as they come in. So that's a quick tour around the website. I hope that's helped, and maybe help you make your decision whether this is the website for you. And thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you again soon, hopefully.